What's up, football lovers? Welcome back to our channel. We have some more exciting news for you today in this game we all love so much. But just before that, please to watch this video to the end, leave us a like, leave your comments down below, share this video with a friend and subscribe to the channel. With that said, let's get right into it. The European Super League backers have revealed today that they want to launch a new version of the project that crashed 2 years ago, a multi-division competition of 60 to 80 teams with no permanent members and a minimum of 14 games per club, per season. The announcement was made in various European newspapers by A22, the Madrid-based sister company of the Super League, ESL, and timed to coincide with a new push from the three remaining rebels Real Madrid, Barcelona and Juventus to continue their battle with UEFA. A22 claimed that the new project is a result of detailed conversations with clubs around Europe on the financial problems facing them. For the past few months, A22 and the ESL have focused their attacks on the wealth of the Premier League, its dominance of the transfer market and the effect that has on other European leagues with less lucrative television deals. There are no details yet on how the original 60 to 80 teams would be constituted or how they would drop out of the proposed competition to make way for new clubs. The original ESL, in April 2021, was pilloried for offering permanent membership to its founding clubs, of which 6 were from the Premier League, the 2 Manchester clubs, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur. The format of the proposed new Super League has been kept a secret by Real, Barcelona and Juventus, but even now there are still questions about how it might work, were it ever given the legal room to operate. A22, as well as its major backers like Real president Florentino Perez, has claimed in the past that there would be greater solidarity payments for clubs who do not participate in European competitions. Clubs bear the entrepreneurial risk in football, writing in the German newspaper Welt. The chief executive of A22, Bernd Reichart, continued the attack on UEFA by claiming that clubs have no say in the running of its competitions. He said, "It is the clubs that bear the entrepreneurial risk in football. But when it comes to important decisions, they are too often forced to stand idly by from the sidelines as the sporting and financial foundations run under their hands. Our talks have also made it clear that it is often impossible for clubs to raise their voices publicly against a system that uses the threat of sanctions to prevent opposition." Reichart made other claims about supporting the women's game, supporting domestic competitions, the health of the players and financial sustainability rules and fan experience. There are pledges to pursue all these issues, but no details on how much revenue will be generated to do so or who might run the ESL. In its first iteration in 2021, power was concentrated in the hands of Perez, Andrea Agnelli, the former Juventus chairman, and Manchester United co-owner Joel Glazer. It is the most powerful clubs outside the Rebel Three who have helped shape the new format for UEFA's Champions League post-2024, the so-called Swiss model, which will have 36 teams in a single division playing 10 group stage games instead of the current 6. As for the wealth of those competitions, UEFA and the powerful European Club Association, which represents clubs across Europe, co-own a joint venture that controls all the revenue from the Champions League, Europa League and Europa Conference League. The original European Super League was dealt a major blow before Christmas in its long-running legal case with UEFA in the European Court of Justice in Luxembourg. The Advocate General Athanasius Ranto's advice to the court was heavily in favor of the UEFA monopoly. The Advocate General's advice is not binding to the ECJ judges, but in most cases it is followed. He found that EU competition law was compatible with the restrictions that UEFA and FIFA's power asserted over football and proportionate for achieving UEFA's legitimate objectives in line with the EU policy on sport. LaLiga has responded to the latest offensive from Real Madrid and Barcelona regarding their plans for a breakaway European Super League by branding them the big bad wolf trying to devour football. La Liga responded, "The Super League is a wolf disguised as grandma in the hope of tricking European football, but its teeth are very big." In A22 Sports Management's manifesto, plans are outlined for a 4-division system that includes 80 teams with each side guaranteed 14 games, currently one more than a team would play if it got to the final of the Champions League. But Spanish League President Javier Tebas tweeted, "4 divisions? Of course the top one for them. Government by the clubs? Of course only the big clubs." The tweet was accompanied by a cartoon depicting the Super League as the wolf and European football as Red Riding Hood. Writing in Spanish media, El País, Bernd Reichart, chief executive of A22 Sports Management, the company behind the Super League project, said, "European football is on the brink of the abyss. Huge imbalances have emerged across our continent, and traditional European clubs, with a glorious past, are now unable to compete. They are weighed down by billions in losses caused, in large part, by a system that encourages uncontrolled spending. In order to survive, Spanish and French clubs have mortgaged their future, selling audiovisual rights for 50 years, even longer, and it seems that other European clubs will follow suit." The article goes on to outline a manifesto that appears to eradicate the original demands of the Super League, that the competition would have permanent members, clubs that could not be relegated. That's all the news we could gather for now. Stick around to the channel for more updates like this. Please feel free to watch our other videos, share it with a friend, and also subscribe to our channel. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for watching.